What is poppin' YouTube? It is Sydney Island here. That's Island with the Y, not an S. And I'm gonna do a get ready with me. If you noticed, just right off the bat, my energy is different. Mercury is in retrograde. Today is Thanksgiving Day of 2025, and I feel drained. Okay. I feel excited for my future because I'm planning a lot of things for my future. And I feel like for once, my life is going to look the way I want it to look because I've learned so many lessons. And so I now know what's important and what's not. So I won't get caught up in the same painful lessons and get caught up in the same inconvenient lessons. But anyway, let me put my Skin Quench on. Usually I put lotion on before foundation, but I don't have lotion. Okay, a lot's been going on, so I don't have all of my things. So what's been going on with me? Put my foundation on, and by the way, Walgreens is where it's at when it comes to makeup. I never used to get makeup from Walgreens. I think this is the first time I ever got makeup from Walgreens. Y'all, I am not no makeup expertise in the slightest, but somehow I still always come out looking fine. Ain't that something? I don't be knowing what the hell I be doing when I be putting makeup on, but I still come out looking snatched. Looking like a snicker snack. Let's just jump right into this life update and what's really going on with me. Y'all, I'm tired. I am mentally exhausted. Yes, you heard it, folks. I am mentally exhausted. I am mentally exhausted. I feel like I'm torn between two worlds right now. I'm torn between two desires. Those two worlds are, do I submit and just go with the flow, or do I stand up for myself? I'm tired of learning the same lessons over and over again. I'm tired of being around the same types of people over and over again. I want something new. And I'm 29 years old. And number 9 is the number of completion. And so I know that I'm completing a cycle. I will never, ever, ever repeat this cycle ever again. Trust and believe. And it's a cycle of not having my shit together and having to have people help me. And in the process, when people help you, they also feel that it's okay to disrespect you. They feel that it's okay to talk down to you. And y'all, please don't worry about me. I'll be doing this because I'll be forgetting that I ain't got no glasses on my face. Oh my God. Mercury retrograde is fucking with me. I know you're probably thinking, Mercury retrograde, what they got to do with your camera not staying up straight? I'm like, it really don't. I just wanted to blame that hoe because Mercury retrograde be hoeing. Okay, so anyway, I just feel like in my life, I'm always put in situations where I am in need of assistance from people that don't respect me. And this is a lesson to me. Get your shit together. This is to whoever needs to hear it. Get your shit together. Make as much money as you can in whatever way that you can make it. Save up. Save up. Save up. Prioritize saving. Prioritize making money and prioritize saving. Whether you're male or female, no matter what race or sexual orientation or what religion, no matter what, make sure that you have lots of money. Okay? And also that you have the resources that you need to take care of yourself as an adult. And if you're reliant on one job, that's not good. Especially if that one job is reliant on your one little physical body. And as we can see from how many of us go in and out of the hospital and how many of us are on medication and how many of us have chronic illnesses, the human body is very fragile. Okay, it's strong, but it's also fragile at the same time. Well, the human body is naturally strong, but the stuff that they put in the foods and the stuff they damn near be putting in the air, it weakens the human body. So we have a lot of odds stacked against us when it comes to physical health because they're poisoning us in as many ways as they can, even through the toothpaste and the soaps and the lotions and the hair products and, whatever else, right? So if you have a job, one job, and it is solely relying on your physical body and or you having to always stay a calm state of mind in order to get your job done, that's dangerous. Too many people lose their jobs because of either physical health or they lost their cool and they got fired, or they just couldn't take it anymore and they was having a mental breakdown and they had to quit. So make sure that you have two jobs, or make sure that you make it your mission to make money in a way that is outside of clocking in, like being an entrepreneur or running your business or having a YouTube channel. And that's a huge focus for me. And I wish that I would have prioritized YouTube to the point where I wish I would have slept, and breathed YouTube to the point where it sent thousands into my bank account way back in my early 20s. So then I wouldn't have to be suffering in this way at 29. But I am at the end of a cycle. And then it's a cycle of, at the root of it, it's a cycle of feeling like I don't have what it takes to take care of myself. Now I realize that I don't have a choice but to take care of myself because of my needs at the age of almost 30. I don't have the patience anymore. I don't have the patience to just put up with whatever, whenever, and just wing it. Things have to be the way that I want. And so I get why like a lot of older people are like super particular about a lot of things, is because when you go through so much, you learn that if things aren't my way, if things aren't the way that I want them to be, then what's the point? What am I going to work for? What am I working for? If you're going to be working towards something, it should be working towards building a life that looks exactly the way that you want. Let me put my lipstick on real quick. Can I put it on? I don't even know how I want to put it on. Ooh, girl, chocolate lady, chocolate lips. Yummy. You want to kiss these chocolate lips, darling? Come on over here and give these chocolate lips a kiss, darling. Ew, girl, not you flirting with the whole camera. Should I loosen these braids and pick up my afro? Y'all, Mercury is in retrograde and my energy I've been going through a little bit of sadness. And I guess you could say it's a little bit of a depression. And it's just so much that I don't even know where to begin. It may be perceived as selfish to prioritize your peace and prioritize your comfort and prioritize the things that make you feel good, but it's not selfish. It's necessary. Because if you don't prioritize taking care of yourself, you'll end up in situations where you don't believe that you are capable of taking care of yourself. And then what happens is you short on cash all the time. You don't have enough money for gas. You don't have a car for the longest of times because you're not prioritizing having those things because you don't have good self-care. This is what I'm learning right now, is that I was conditioned to look down on myself if I prioritized my self-care. There were times when I was very immature because, especially when I was like a teenager and in my early 20s, I would do things without thinking, and I was very immature. And like, how teenagers are, how we are when we're in our early 20s. We're just in our own world. You know what I'm saying? When we're in our early 20s, we're in our own world. We're teenagers, and so we don't realize that we're coming off as selfish. And so I was scolded like a lot, especially when I was like a little kid, all the way through teen years and early 20s. I was scolded a lot, when I would pay for something for myself and then not get something for somebody else, for an example, or just something along those lines. And so I was constantly being judged whenever I would do something nice for myself. And so it started to seep into me. And so I started to almost neglect myself because The conditioning was if you put yourself first, you're a monster. Don't prioritize yourself first. That's not your duty in this family. Your duty is to put everybody else first and you last, because that's what makes a good person. If you put yourself first, you're a bad person. You're the villain, you're the enemy, you're a monster. But if you put yourself last, don't do nothing for yourself before you do something for me and her and her and her, you're a hero. You're a hero if you sacrifice your personal space, your time, your money, if you sacrifice all of those things for somebody else. And in my opinion, that's true, especially if you're a parent. But it still has to, there still has to be a limit. And what it is it's about balance. And I'm still learning how to balance the two. You know? And so I know I'm not like super fun like how I usually am. My energy doesn't feel, let me sit down. My energy doesn't feel, I don't feel like myself, like how I usually feel. Like I'm usually bubbly and I'm just going through some things. And the truth be told is I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired of repeating the same shit, learning the same lessons over and over again. I'm tired of feeling like that I don't have control over my life. You know? What I want is complete and total autonomy. And so with all the lessons that I've learned, me not being good at taking care of myself, and if somebody else got to step in and help me, and I don't even be wanting it. I don't even be liking that dynamic. I don't like the dynamic of somebody coming to quote unquote save me or help me, because in those types of situations, the person that a lot of times saves you or help you it can go to their head, and they can develop a superiority complex towards you. Like they really will think that they're above you when they're supposed to be your teacher or your guide or your parent, even if they're the same age. And if they're a lot older than you, they're definitely going to take that position. So it's important to prioritize helping yourself, like being really good at taking care of yourself. Because if you're not good at taking care of yourself, you're going to be in situations that make you feel bad. You're going to be in situations that stress you out. Okay? So right now, my biggest concern is making sure that I'm living the life that I really want, and to work my ass off to make sure that I get there. Regardless of what other people say. Because when you're down and you need help. But there are some people that won't let you live it down. Like they'll be like, yeah, I'm helping you with this, and you see how you suck at this, and you see how you did this. And you don't really want your life to be like that, especially as an adult. You want to be able to wake up in the morning and do whatever you want to do and not have to answer to anybody. And so that's what I'm learning. I'm learning. You know, I really, really, really love my freedom. Yeah, so I got my little braids because I didn't feel like loosening these braids and picking out my afro. I just want to film this video. My energy is not the highest right now. Yeah. And the weather has been a little dreary. But I love having my own space. Nothing beats being able to have my own space. Nothing beats being able to be in complete and total control of everything in my environment and not having to argue with somebody about my habits, or not having to over-explain myself because I put a dish in a spot that they didn't like. Like, it's too much for me. There's a lot of, yeah, the next time I live with somebody, it's going to be my husband and my kids, or nobody at all. And that's saying a lot because I ain't married and I ain't got no kids. So, I'm good. I'm 100% good. I would much rather live alone, because all the times that I lived alone, even though I heard the neighbor's noise and it would keep me up at night and it was irritating, nothing beats being able to come home to your own space and leave shit wherever the fuck you want to leave it and do shit however the fuck you want to do it. And when you stay with people, they really do have it in their minds, especially if you stay with a woman, they have it in their minds that this environment, their home, is like everything. It's like everything. And it is. It's their peaceful place. It's their sacred space. And so you may have a day where you tired, you just came from work, and you put something somewhere because you're not thinking, you're just ready to go to bed. And there's no room for relaxation. You can't just forget to leave something somewhere. There's no freedom. It's just like, you left this here, you forgot to do this, you don't care about me. And it's too intense. And I'm not ever going to experience that ever again. Because I definitely experienced that like substantially in my younger years growing up with sisters. Oh my gosh, you left this on the stove, you don't love me. And it would literally be like that. They would say, you didn't remember to do this because you don't love me. And they would literally say that. And then as a kid or teenager, I'm crying because I'm like, oh my gosh, they think that I don't love them. It breaks my heart. And it's you don't want to have to deal with that. You forget something because you were just tired, and now all of a sudden you don't love them. You don't want to have to be in that type of predicament. So make sure that you have your own shit so you don't have to be in those types of situations. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much the thoughts that I'm having today. God, what do I title this video? I don't know. But I hope y'all enjoyed it. If whatever else y'all want me to talk about, I'll talk about it. I love y'all. Bye-bye.